Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I'm back with another video and जैसा कि मैंने आपको promise किया था कि I will definitely make a video on how to write a personal statement to get a fully funded scholarship, especially for CSC. So without wasting any further time, let's start the video. So before starting मैं आपको पहले बताना चाहती हूँ फिर से कि पर्सनल स्टेटमेंट एक्चुअली में होती क्या है. व्हाट इज़ अ पर्सनल स्टेटमेंट? सो पर्सनल स्टेटमेंट आप नाम से भी समझ सकते हो. इट सेज पर्सनल, सो इट्स एक्चुअली पर्सनल, लाइक खुद के बारे में. इट डजंट से अकेडमिक. ओके, सो understand the type of document that actually gives you an opportunity to showcase yourself beyond your grades and beyond your test scores, and allows you to like present your interest, your motivations, your personality, and एक तरीके से बताता है कि like आप किस तरीके के इंसान हो. ठीक है, क्योंकि जैसे जो CSC स्कॉलरशिप है या कोई भी यूनिवर्सिटी है कहीं पे भी इंडिया में या बाहर पे, उनके पास बहुत सारी एप्लीकेशन आती है और बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स ऐसे होते हैं जिनके जो मार्क्स हैं वो बहुत ही ज़्यादा अच्छे होते हैं. ठीक है, सो वो एक एक्स फैक्टर क्या है जो जिससे वो लाइक सेपरेट करेंगे कि हाँ लाइक ओ दिस पर्सन इज़ इंटरेस्टिंग एंड हमें इसकी एप्लीकेशन पढ़नी चाहिए. सो इट्स नॉट जस्ट ऑल अबाउट ग्रेड्स, कुछ अलग भी तरीका होना चाहिए. सो दैट्स वाई दिस पर्सनल स्टेटमेंट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. तो इससे पहले कि मैं आपको बताऊं कि पॉइंट वाइज एंड सेक्शन वाइज आपको डिटेल में कैसे लिखनी है पर्सनल स्टेटमेंट, आई वॉन्ट टू टेल यू गाइज अ फ्यू थिंग्स दैट यू शुड कीप इन माइंड बिफोर स्टार्टिंग टू राइट योर पर्सनल स्टेटमेंट. So number 1, do not use chat GPT. प्लीज़ कोई भी तरीके की AI यूज़ मत करना. chat GPT या पो हो गया या फिर जितने भी अलग अलग ये भी जो वेबसाइट्स होती हैं, प्लीज़ डू नॉट यूज़ इट. क्योंकि लाइक यूनिवर्सिटी लाइक ऑफ कोर्स दे आर वेरी स्मार्ट. जो भी जितनी भी यूनिवर्सिटीज़ होती हैं दे हैव ऑलरेडी लाइक AI टूल्स जो कि एकदम से लाइक दे कैन डिटेक्ट इफ़ यू आर यूजिंग AI और नॉट. प्लीज़ मत यूज़ करो. यू कैन टेक हेल्प फ्रॉम AI बट डू नॉट जस्ट डिपेंड ऑन AI. ठीक है, इट्स नॉट नाइस. अगर आप अभी AI से लिख रहे हो देन आपका सिलेक्शन हो गया बाद में, या फिर आप जब इंटरव्यू राउंड तक पहुंचोगे दे विल नो दैट दिस इज नॉट यू. ओके, सो राइट इन योर ओन पर्सनल वर्ड्स in the way you think describes you the best. Be formal but be you. Okay, so the next thing you should think about before writing your personal statement is what are the things that are already included in your applications. So there are some basic documents that are already like included in your application because they are required documents. Suppose your transcripts and some of your personal details like where are you from, how old are you, how many family members do you have, what is your email, what is your phone number, what are your college preferences. So these are the things that are already included in your application. So do not repeat them in your applications. It's very boring. Like, oh, my name is Saloni Chaudhary and I'm 22 years old. I did PCM in my high school and I had a A+ in my maths class. So these things they already know because they have already checked your transcripts and everything. So this is very boring and this is actually wasting space in your personal statement. And I would say space is very limited in the app in your personal statement, trust me. So please avoid making these mistakes. Do not repeat many things that you have already mentioned in your application. Now another question I get is how much academic or non-academic your personal statement should be. So of course आप अपने personal interest उसमें बताओगे of course, but आपको ये भी ध्यान रखना है कि आप यूनिवर्सिटी की application भर रहे हो हैं and you are applying for the scholarship at the same time. So usually whenever someone asks me, I usually suggest them that you should write your personal statement 70% academic and 30% personal or about the non-academic things. Okay, so there should be a balance between the non-academic and the academic part. Okay, but in my case when I wrote my personal statement, I gave 80% to the academic part and 20% to the non-academic part because I was applying to like the top universities and I felt that I should enhance more on the academic part. So basically, personal statement is not an autobiography about yourself, but academic essay about your interest. Okay. So what are the things that you can talk about in your personal statements? You can talk about what are you interested in to research and the things that spark your interest in the particular subject that you want to study, and things you have listened to or the conferences you have heard before or you have been to, and that develop your ideas, and you have to make it and like transform it to a little bit more sophisticated and prove that you are excited about the subject and that you really have interest in learning them. Okay, so when this is the academic part, and for the non-academic part, what you can do is like you can share your hobbies, like you are interested in doing sports, if you're interested in doing dances, singing, or you like to read, और you know like other extracurricular activities whatever you want to do. को ना एक एग्जांपल देती हूँ कि जैसे आपको लिटरेचर बहुत ज़्यादा पसंद है एंड आपको जैसे मास्टर्स करनी है लिटरेचर में या पीएचडी करनी है, तो आप कैसे कर सकते हो कि आप फॉर द academic part you talk about the literature stuff, the all the academic details, and for the non-academic one you can say like you like to meet more people and people from different areas, people from different countries, people from different age groups, and then you like you're really interested about the way of speech and from where they come, and you try to like link it with the literature part. So whatever you do, try to make the lessons you learn from your extracurricular activities relevant to the degree you want to study or you are studying at the moment. These are some points that I wanted you guys to keep in mind before you actually start writing your personal statement. Now let's start talking about the personal statement step by step. So the first thing that comes in your personal statement is the introduction. Trust me guys, very important, so important, क्योंकि जो आपकी एप्लीकेशन पढ़ रहा है और जो पर्सनल स्टेटमेंट पढ़ रहा है, they have never met you and they don't know what kind of person you are, and they have only seen your application, they have only seen your grades and your name and your basic details, but they don't know what kind of person you are. Maybe you are a very good student and you have done a lot in your school, but they don't know anything about it. So introduction is something that will make a huge difference and a huge impact, and a first impression जो होता है वो introduction से ही बनता है. So it is very important for you guys to really have a strong start in your introduction. So do not start from a young age, I did this, I did that. बिल्कुल chat GPT है, ठीक है, ठीक है, बिल्कुल chat GPT. Start with a fact or a story that resonates with you and that explains or showcase your personality and what kind of person you are. Are you a very extrovert person or you're a very introvert person, and how do you approach things and what is your understanding of things? So try to come up with a fact or a story that best describes you, and slowly like cohesive, okay, आप बताओ कि how it like explains you or shows your personality. This is a very interesting start you can go for. And once you are done with your introduction, जब आपने अपने बारे में बता दिया है, then comes to the key components of the personal statement. ठीक है, तो key components personal statements में क्या क्या होते हैं, where you tell about your academic background, your research interests, your personal motivations, and some other things. Okay, this is very important. This is like the main body of your personal statement. So starting with your academic background, in this part you will highlight your relevant courseworks and the projects you did and the experiences you did. But I want to give you guys a tip that you should tailor your academic history जो आपने starting से आपने middle school से या primary school से जो भी आपने किया है, you should align it with your proposed field of study. Please वो चीज़ें मत include करना अगर आप उसमें अच्छे भी हो तो भी, जो कि related नहीं है आपकी पढ़ाई से. Only try to mention things that are relevant and that make sense and that are not boring or not going off the track. Okay. Then you can mention about your professional experiences. In this you can tell about if you have done internships, you have done some volunteer work, so you have some work experiences related to your field, you have done something extraordinary, you can mention that also. एंड सीधा से मत बता देना कि हाँ मैंने यहाँ पे इंटर्नशिप करी थी, मैंने इस कंपनी में इंटर्नशिप करी, नहीं, ये बताओ कि आपने उस इंटर्नशिप में क्या स्किल्स लर्न करी एंड कितने टाइम में करी, क्या आपको डिफ़िकल्टी हुई, कैसे आपने उसको ओवरकम किया, ऐसे बताओ. ये नहीं बताना कि ओ मैंने गूगल में इंटर्नशिप करी थी 3 महीने की, ऐसे बिल्कुल नहीं बताना, ठीक है. So you should know the way how you can showcase what you did in a creative way. उसके बाद you can talk about your research interests, and this is especially for the students applying for master or PhD. तो आप कुछ स्पेसिफिक टॉपिक डिस्कस कर सकते हो, या फिर कोई क्वेश्चन आपके दिमाग में है, क्वेश्चन भी रेज कर सकते हो. एंड इसमें एक प्रो टिप ये होगी कि इफ़ यू आर अप्लाइंग फॉर अ मास्टर और PhD एज आई सेड, यू कैन मेंशन सम प्रोफेसर और लाइक जिसके साथ आप पोटेंशियल प्रोफेसर के साथ काम करना चाहते हो, या फिर आपको उनका रिसर्च एरिया पसंद है, यू कैन ऑल्सो मेंशन दैट. फिर उसके बाद वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट आता है जिसमें आप बताते हो आपका पर्सनल मोटिवेशन, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. तो इसमें आप एक्सप्लेन करते हो कि वाई यू आर इंटरेस्टेड इन स्टडिंग इन चाइना एंड हाउ इट कनेक्ट्स टू योर गोल. Very important. Of course, country is paying for you to study there and it's taking care of everything. You should tell it why you are potential enough to study there. तो इसमें आप बता सकते हो आपका पर्सनल इंटरेस्ट, वाई यू आर इंटरेस्टेड इन चाइना, कैसे आपका इंटरेस्ट स्टार्ट हुआ चाइना से, हाउ डिड यू गेट टू नो अबाउट चाइना एंड व्हाट मोटिवेट्स यू टू स्टडी देयर. ठीक है. तो इसमें आप पर्सनल स्टोरी शेयर कर सकते हो, challenges बता सकते हो about your academic journey and how and why you chose to pursue this path. ठीक है. And then very important, you have to tell about your future goals because this matters a lot. पढ़ाई करके what are you going to do with that knowledge? Very important. So you should tell about your short term and long term goals. So आपको अब बेसिकली आउटलाइन करना होता है what you want to, what are you intended to do after completing your studies, and how the scholarship will help you, of course, to achieve these goals. So I also want to tell you guys some common mistakes that people make while writing their personal statements, because I think it's also very important to tell you guys about this. So do not write any generic statements that could apply to anyone. Do not just say, oh, my favorite subject is physics. What is this? Like, why physics? Physics में कौन सा topic and why interest you a lot, and why only this, or like यही topic क्यों, why not other topics, and ये फिर आपको explain करना होता है. Do not just use मुझे biology पसंद है या मुझे ये पसंद है वो पसंद है. Do not say generic statements जो अपने application में कोई भी लिख सकता है. उसके बाद I have seen a lot of people focus too much on what the scholarship can do for them, but I would suggest instead of doing this, instead of articulating what they can contribute, ठीक है. तो इसको पर्सनल स्टेटमेंट में सिर्फ यही मत बोलना कि आपके लिए स्कॉलरशिप क्यों बहुत ज़्यादा इम्पॉर्टेंट है और वो स्कॉलरशिप मिलेगी तो आप लाइक आपकी ज़िंदगी में क्या क्या चेंजेस होंगे, बट यू शुड ऑल्सो टेल देम कि अगर आपको स्कॉलरशिप मिलेगी तो आप क्या करोगे चाइना में बाद में आके, हाउ विल यू मेक China a better place, or how will you improve the relations between your country and China. So it's a give and take, it's a barter system. They're educating you, and in return of that you should also give something to them. And there is one more important thing, which is neglecting to follow word limits and guidelines. So please word limits के अंदर ही लिखना if your personal statements is bigger or longer than the word limits given by the university, then they will not treat it. And do not write something very personal in your application. Be formal yet be yours. So basically personal statement जो होती है, this gives you a chance to clarify your goals and motivations through self-examinations of your academic and life experiences, and also this gives you an an opportunity to address the gaps or concerns. Suppose like you have some weakness in your application, आपकी grades अच्छे नहीं हैं, then you can, this is, personal statement is a place where you can shine out. You can tell them कि आप अपनी weakness के बारे में बता सकते हो, वो क्यों है, and how you have a better replacement for them. आप किस चीज़ में और अच्छे हो, you highlight your stronger points. Okay, so this is a place where you can address your gaps and you can shine. So this was it for the personal statement guidance video, and I hope you like the video and you understand the main point of writing this personal statement. And yes, and let me know if you have any questions or you have any suggestions and what are the next topics you want me to make a video on. ठीक है, तो आप कमेंट सेक्शन में मुझे लिख के बताओ. आई एम ऑल्सो थिंकिंग कि मैं यूनिवर्सिटी वाइज भी आपको एक वीडियो बना के दूँ जिसमें आई विल टेल यू कि इस यूनिवर्सिटी के लिए यू नीड दिस एंड इसकी एप्लीकेशन प्रोसेस ऐसे फिल करना है. आई एम ऑल्सो थिंकिंग ऑफ डूइंग दैट, बट प्लीज़ लेट मी नो इन द कॉमेंट सेक्शन if you want this kind of video or not, and write as many comments as possible, because this week I'm a little free, so I will go through all of your questions and I will make sure to make a detailed video on it. And yes, I think that is it for today's vlog, and thank you so much guys for watching the video, and I love you guys, and I see you in the next vlog.
There's different styles, but we're one big family.